Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? We're just coming live. I apologize for being late here. I'm trying to get this set up. Yeah, we got 2 people in the chat, 2 likes already. Thank you. You went over 7,000. Yes, I did. I don't know. It's very recently this happened too. Yeah. But yes, thanks for tuning in. Also, I haven't started editing the video yet. The video is upcoming. I still have some stuff I want to film. I haven't gone over the footage, gone over nothing. But we have 2 people in the chat. I thought so. Yeah. I have a tool. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like the Gripzilla tool. I'm going to film a video with that, probably post that. And then this vlog is going to go live pretty much a week from yesterday or a week from tomorrow. So Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday. When did I get the dog? Yeah, probably Friday. Next week, this vlog that we filmed today is going to be going live. We have 4 people in the chat already. 3 likes. Thank you, guys. Dude, my thumbnails hurt. Yeah, so Joe and I were arm wrestling today. He came over. We got some footage, did some filming. It should be pretty decent. I'm super excited. Neil's index finger. Hey, guys. Yeah, what's going on, man? Welcome in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Neil, you're kind of lucky because previous to these live streams, at least not this one, but the one before, my camera quality was horrid, like really, really bad. And I somehow was able to figure out a plug just to plug my phone in and be able to live stream from here. But we're rolling at this point. Steve, yo, what's up, bro? I'm good, man. How you doing? Thanks for popping in the chat. Thanks for coming in, man. How you guys doing? Looks good. Thanks, dude. Yo, Neil's index finger. I'm just going to go by Neil. Where are you from? We have someone from British Columbia in here. We have someone from Ontario. Neil, where are you from? Dude, your right feels stupid. Thank you. Yeah, it's feeling good, man. It's feeling good. I'm not prepping right now. I'm actually, if you want to call it an off prep, prep for nationals is going to be starting. I can actually tell you when, in probably 8 to 9 weeks from now. So if I at least maintain from now, it should be Red Deer Club. Yo, represent Alberta. Let's go. Your new puppy is really cute. Thanks, dude. Thanks for watching the video. The vlog that I filmed today, the puppy's in it. Joe, who was able to come over and do some filming or do some, let's call it do some practicing. We did some filming. You got to see firsthand how the interaction was between the puppy and him. I mean, she's adorable. So in future videos, the plan, don't write this in paper, but the plan is to start doing weekly vlogs. So I'm going to have my training videos, probably sit down videos, and on top an actual vlog. So a full vlog from morning to night. I have no idea what they're going to entail, but you're going to see a lot of the dog. You're going to see the dog in pretty much every video, essentially. And if you get sick of her, which I don't think you could, she's too cute, then just don't watch the videos. But Alberta, she's so little. Yeah, man, represent Alberta. Let's go. I competed in Red Deer many years ago. The vlog made her look huge in comparison to how big she really is. Yeah, I don't think you guys understand. When you see the dog on video, you just assume she's a small puppy and it is what it is. But when you see her in person, she's literally like having a miniature pig. Like I'm talking this. Do you guys want to see her on live stream? I'll pull her up right now. If you guys want to see her on live stream, I'll bring her in. I am a host at Through the Fingers podcast. I heard of you, man. Someone mentioned me about you guys like 2 months ago, and I was like, and this isn't out of disrespect. I just never heard of you, and I'm not, like I said, it's not a bad thing. I just never heard of him. I'm like, okay. Apparently, my name was mentioned at some point. I was like, nice, but I had no energy to actually go look through it. But yeah. We should do it. We should do a pod one time. Let's do it up. Rip Samantha Bull, do it. How do you train your hair? Okay, look, I'll show you guys the puppy. I'll bring her in quickly, and then I'll get to the questions. You know, I'm telling you, she's so cute. Give me 1 sec, dude. Mida. People want to see you on stream. Yeah, come here. Come with me. People want to see you on stream. Yeah. Come. Hey, Mila, come here. Okay, give me a second. Mila, come here. Come. Oh, people want to see you on stream, puppy. Yes. Yes. She's so cute. She's so cute. She could literally do, like, to give you reference of how small she is. This is her, man. She is adorable. Shiba Inu can be the first arm wrestling dog, eh? You gonna go do some top rolling? Yeah, pretty girl. Yeah. Tell the viewers you say hi. Tell them. Pretty cute. You want to do some live streaming with me, buddy? Don't be falling. No, not on the computer. Anyways, you guys got a picture of her. You guys see what she's all about. But she can literally sit here and hang out. She's super good for this. And does she want to leave? No. She's been pretty good when it comes to this. Yeah. Okay, I'll let you go because we gotta be streaming, dude. Yeah. I'm not choking her, so don't. She's just very she's very playful. I gotta get off. Come, baby. Go. Good girl. Ooh, got hair in my mouth. She's a little fur ball. Anyways, so where are we at? How do you train your hit? To be honest, I don't really train my hit. I just, when I'm practicing, if it's on the table alone, if I'm practicing even with Joe today, I think the hit, it's more side pressure and just trying to be connected. And when you're doing your hit, trying not to let your arm go away. I don't do speed training. In fact, if you guys knew this, I have a video on YouTube dedicated literally to speed training. All it is me saying, ready, go. And they're all at completely different intervals. So yeah, if you want to check it out, just put in Keanu McGill speed training. You can see it there. It's super cool. You hit play and it's random. So you never know when the ready go's coming. I think I'm the first person to do it, by the way. And it's pretty cool. And for some reason, that video analytically has actually been picking up. It's been on the cruise. So I don't know if it's because people are searching in arm wrestling speed training or what the case is, but even though I don't use it, I highly recommend it. But if I'm training my hit, honestly, it's probably just up here, ready, go. And all my movements are as if I'm going straight to the side. So nothing specific, but I would say for my hit in general, it's just arm up, side pressure. Hopefully that makes a little bit more sense. Rip Samantha Bull. The Element 115, the other person I could think of who this is Logan Goodwin. Could be. Maybe I'm completely off. I know Logan has a YouTube channel. He doesn't, obviously, I don't think he posts on it. But I think Element 115 is Logan Goodwin. Could be wrong. If someone knows, throw him down in the chat or at least let him know I mentioned him. Covers locally stuff mainly. Okay. Oh, sorry. Cover local stuff mainly. Yes, you're always welcome. So cute. Yeah, if ever you want to do a podcast, let me know. One thing I wanted to do this year, at least to bring my content, if you want to call it, to another level, is I just want to get my name out a little bit more. And I've been pretty bad at collabing with people, or at least getting on other people's channel, or just, you know what I'm saying. So if you want to do it at some point, I'm definitely down. I think it'd be a good time. Yeah, you can do it for sure. And you're a local boy, Alberta guy, so I fuck with that. In fact, I was supposed to have a super match with one of your boys, Yuri Katsaitsev, January 25th, which would have been 13 days from today. But that match fell through. I think there was a financial issue or something to do with sponsorship. But yes, I was supposed to face your boy, Yuri Katsaitsev, who is currently number 2 in Alberta. I believe. I could be wrong. I think he's number 2 in Alberta, right hand, 220-pound class. Where did she fly from? She flew in from Winnipeg, Manitoba. We picked her up at Vancouver. So obviously from the vlog that you saw, if you watched it, we documented the whole trip. If you guys haven't seen that video, I think you guys have based off what you're saying here in the chat. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. We document from the moment we leave our place to picking her up and then coming home. Super cool experience. Yeah, super cool. And how could you not, listen, you can not like dogs and you're going to fall in love with her. She's freaking adorable. We didn't do any hit training. No, we did not. We did more like catching and working on angles, but we didn't actually do any hit training. In fact, hit training is something I never, ever do. I swear to God, I've been arm wrestling now. This is going to be, I started in 2016. Well, I took a year off. So let's call it 8 years consistently, nine. We're coming on technically 9 years, but legitimately 8 years of that was arm wrestling, or 7 years. Doesn't matter. There's a whole year in there that's completely not arm wrestling. Regardless, out of 9 years, let's call it 8 years, I might have done HIIT training 3 times. Like, I just don't train it. However, when I'm in a gym and I'm doing my movements, I think like I'm in a tournament setting. And then when it's tournament, all I think about is going full speed and then just trusting yourself and your angles. There used to be an app, but it closed down. I know. Was that, you know what's funny? Was it an app for speed training or was it an app for arm wrestling? Because in 2017, this is just word of mouth, so you guys can believe me if you want. Was it 2017? Maybe. I don't know if it was 2017 or it was 2019 when I started my YouTube channel. Regardless, one of those dates. Doesn't really matter. But there was a point in time where I was with my ex-girlfriend, and her friend through family was an app developer. And I remember telling her, being like, yo, I got to get in contact with this guy, but I have no money. However, we got to do an app like on your phone as if it's a workout app, but just strictly arm wrestling. And then what do you think happens a couple years later? I think Larry Wheels came up with one, and there was someone else. Regardless, I don't know if there's an arm wrestling app out right now. I don't know if there's an arm wrestling app out there right now, but I know the idea's been floating around and it's been trialed, I believe. Yeah. It was all different ready goes and cadences. Yes, exactly what I was saying. I still believe changes in cadence is just the ref having fun. I mean, you can see it that way too. Yuri left, Calgary Club, ready go, it was called. There you go. Ready go. Yuri left. Yuri left? What do you mean Yuri left? You know what's funny about this? So why was I supposed to have a match against him in Alberta? Unless this is my this could be my confusion. Is he currently still in? Is he still living in Alberta, or was he even living in British Columbia? Because last year he competed in provincials. I placed 4th. He placed 2nd, and that's what kind of got me confused. I wasn't sure if he was like from British Columbia, Alberta. I think he's living in Alberta. Neil's index finger. He go to armpit hand. Yeah, I'm going to be on here for an hour tonight, guys. Sam Bull 2025 provincial tournament placing predictions out of the top 10, dead last, top 5. There's 2 people that I have in mind for Element 115. His name is either Sheldon or it's either Logan. Now, I could be completely off. It could not even, this person cannot even know these people, but I'm just thinking possibly. Not yet with Brent and Mitch. With Brent and Mitch. What else we got going on here? Anyone have any tournaments upcoming? Anyone have anything interesting in the upcoming weeks, maybe next month? I'm assuming, are you guys all hitting provincials this year? Do I have anyone going to nationals? If so, I'm going to be there at nationals, hoping to do well. I'm going to be prepping very good, very hard for this one. I'm going all in. It's going to be difficult. Get it done. What's the Neil's index finger? Yeah. What's the only other club I know of in Calgary? It was a response to Joe. Okay, cool. Well, we have 5 people in here right now, 5 likes. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's hey, listen, for 5 people in here, the chat's banging. I'm cool with this. Maybe one day we can get to 10 people. Armfinity. Oh, yes. Yes. Armfinity. I don't know if Armfinity, yes, I was talking to Joe about that today. Armfinity is supposed to be sending me some handles for some YouTube reviews, Instagram reviews. So I am awaiting some handles to trial out and do some videos on. I'm super stoked, super excited. I always love having new gear, and it'd be a good way to spread the love, spread the word. But yeah, Calgary Club. And there's another one also run by Cyborg. 6 people in here, 5 likes. Thank you. If you could all just like the video on your way out, I'd really appreciate it. Listen, for the chat's going wild here. I fuck with it hard. It's awesome. Thomas Cyborg. Okay, sorry. For some reason, I thought Cyborg was a place. Yeah, no. Thomas Cyborg. Let's see. Thomas Cyborg. Thomas Cyborg. Do you all plan on pulling in provincials? Do you plan on pulling in nationals? Do you have any big tournaments upcoming? Anything out of the ordinary that you guys could think of that you plan on attending, to say the least? I want to put some music on, but I put music on a couple weeks ago, and my video got demonetized and blocked. So you can't even, it's not even up anymore. You can't see it. And I'm just like, damn, dude. Like I put music on from Spotify that said non-copyright music, and I got copyrighted. So like, I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try something. You know what's funny? Someone explained this to me. If I play music off my phone, and then you guys are listening to it through the stream onto my computer, because I have my phone up right now, my computer. From my understanding, the music's going to sound very it's just not going to sound good. It doesn't sound like you're playing it off your own computer. Then if I go on my computer and I go on Spotify and then I play the music off Spotify, it's still going to sound very scratchy. How can I make it so when I play music, it actually sounds like it's playing off your computer? If you know what I'm saying. Do I have to use something like StreamYard? Do I have to use, I don't know. Because right now how I'm streaming is literally off of live on YouTube. Maybe try music that is public domain and it won't get struck down. Yeah, well, yeah. When you say public domain, are you talking like something out of YouTube itself? Or are you talking, I'm not sure. Oh, I have some pretty cool, well, is that cool news? Let's call it, you want to call it cool news? Good news? Yeah, let's call it good news, I guess. I'm ordering the audio equipment this week, but next week, so next Sunday, 1 week from today, I have officially rented a plane and will be taken off to Seychelles, BC, and I do plan on documenting the trip. So hopefully the audio equipment, there's no issues. You guys are going to be able to see me from pre-flight inspection inside the cockpit. We're going to fly down to Seychelles. You should be able to hear the interior, you should be able to hear the audio from air traffic control inside the cockpit very clearly. We should have this camera rolling. We should have 2 phones and possibly a GoPro. The only issue I'm going to run into is the place where I rent the planes. No one has GoPro gear that's like stuck up on the wings. And I know if I were to own my own plane, or I watch YouTubers online who own their own planes, they have little mounts for the GoPros on the wings. So when you're flying, you can actually see the exterior of the plane literally in midair. It's a super cool thing. But this club that I rent the planes at, sorry, I should my eye. But the place where I rent the planes at, they don't have them. So I think what I'm going to try to do without breaking the law, or breaking the rules, I don't know, however you want to say it, I'm going to stick a GoPro mount on the wing right before I take off, slap the GoPro on, and then we should have a phone or at least 2 phones rolling, and I'll have my camera to vlog throughout the flight. It's going to be my first time filming, as long as I can get this audio equipment in, because the output jacks inside the aircraft for the audio, it shouldn't be an issue. but should be pretty cool. And also, I did find out the place I'm going to, which is called Seychelles, BC. The guy named Sheldon before in the chat, he actually lives there. It's a small little town northwest of BC. I wouldn't call it northwest, but more west of British Columbia, right off the water. So not this Sunday coming, but a future video, I do plan on filming me taking off in the plane, filming everything inside the aircraft, and then arriving in Seychelles, British Columbia, headed to Sheldon's place, and then filming some arm wrestling content, then getting back in the plane, coming back to Victoria. Sorry, man. I know my face is fucking itchy, man. Jeez Louise. All right. How's it going, man? I finally got some table time in 1 day a week. Dude, that's fucking awesome, man. Good for you. That's sick. I mean, table time is huge. You can work out in a gym all you want. You can be as strong as you can, but you have to get at least some table time. I mean, table time, and honestly, once a week is completely fine, especially at the beginning. If you can get all the basics down and understand at least some basic angles for what's good, what's not, what hurts, and what doesn't hurt, you're golden. As you become more experienced, I don't know if it necessarily matters as much. I mean, listen, experience is always going to be key, right? The more you get, the better you'll be long term. But right now, I'm able to sustain practicing every 3 weeks, roughly. Now, listen, I'm not some top-end competitor. I'm not some elite arm wrestler, so take it with a grain of salt. But at the beginning, it's extremely key if you're able to practice more often than not. Have you flown a float plane taking and landing on water? I have not, but surprise, I am doing my float license this spring. It'll take me just a couple days. In fact, a good friend of mine is the one actually teaching the course. So the plan is between March and May, anywhere I can get it on a full weekend, I'm going to go do the license completely. And then, this is going to sound wild, trust me when I say it, there will be a time I'm bringing my arm wrestling table in a float plane, and we're going somewhere remote to do some arm wrestling. I'm going to film it all. It's going to be fucking awesome. I'm super stoked. Can't wait to see you fly. I know it's going to be sick, man. Super pumped. Like I was saying before, this upcoming weekend, 1 week from today, I'm flying to Seychelles, British Columbia. For anyone who doesn't know where it is, it's like you have Vancouver Island, then you have the water, then you have British Columbia. It's right off the water, northwest of Vancouver. So if you were to take a ferry from Victoria, like from where I live, to the ferry from Vancouver to Seychelles, it's a 5-hour trip. I'm going to fly to Seychelles. It should take me literally 30 to 35 minutes total. So it should be a really cool video to film. The only issue, I'm going to film it no matter what. The only issue is I have to make sure that the audio cable, like the proper audio equipment that I order, fits the socket inside the aircraft and that allow me to record the air traffic control audio, because it's super cool when you're in the plane and you can hear air traffic control talking to you and you can just listen. We're going to be talking about arm wrestling in the aircraft. It's going to be super cool, very unique. We're just going to be chilling in the skies talking about arm wrestling. It's going to be fucking awesome. And then depending on where you guys live, if you're not technically too far, I'll fly to you. I'll come do some arm wrestling with you, and we'll make something super cool out of this. And like Buddy was saying about the float plane, he's asking me if I've done it before. I'm getting my float plane license this upcoming spring. Now, what's nice about the float license is I don't need it. This isn't going to take me a whole summer to do. It's not a whole year. I don't have to study some books. I have the hours already. I'm literally just going to show up. I'm going to have the plane reserved for 2 nice days. I'm going to get it done in 2 days, and sayonara, I'm good to go. Let's do another match prediction. Current form Sam Bull or the winner of the last year's overall winner of the youth division? Sam's a good dude. I can't say nothing bad about him. Might be going to an amateur tourney in a few months. Hopefully, I'll be ready. That's fucking awesome, man. For anyone who's an amateur looking to get into the first tournament, don't expect to go in there and win. Seriously, go in there, expect to lose, get some experience. Hopefully, you have a little bit of pain in your arm. Make sure someone's recording your matches, or at least recording your weight class, so you can go back and watch, because use this as a learning opportunity. The amateur division is not like it used to be. When I started arm wrestling in 2016, end of 2016, It was difficult at the time, but I had no idea what I was doing, and I placed third or I placed second. There was like 5 people in my weight class. I was in the 176 to 190 pound division. I think I was weighing at like 181 pounds at the time. To give you perspective, I'm sitting around 210 ish, somewhere in that zone. So I'm definitely gained around 40 pounds since, which is crazy. But that was like 8 years ago. So like I was saying, when you're going into your first amateur tournament, don't think about winning. Think about going in there. Obviously, you want to win and do your best, but go in there and try to learn something from it, because you can win. But then when you lose, you're going to realize you're going to gain a lot more value out of you losing than just winning the whole time against very easy opponents. So I wish you luck, man. I think that's awesome. Seriously, document it. And when you have some matches, send it to me on Instagram. I want to check them out. Taden versus Sam. Taden, I don't know who Taden is. With a float plane, can you land on any water? You don't need an airport, obviously. I can land on any water. To put in perspective, with a float plane, obviously in aviation, you have different airspaces. I'm not going to get too detailed in this, but to give you a reference, you have different airspaces such as Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, and Golf. So you have 7 different types of airspaces, and that's excluding aviation. That's excluding float plane or float like water airports. That's including into that, but there's different rules for water airports. Let's just call them, yeah. Dude, my eye is driving me insane. I think when I picked up the dog, I got hair in my eye. Anyways, the point I'm getting to is I can land anywhere I want. I can fly down to the mainland, British Columbia, and then I see a lake that's 10 kilometers long, and I can just go land in it. If I'm going up towards Kelowna, or I'm going to, I don't know, Seychelles, and I see a nice river and I see a bear on it, and I'm like, hey, I want to check out the bear. Excuse me. I'm going to land in the river. It's all good in the hood. Obviously, though, you don't want to just go land in the ocean when you have waves that are fairly high. So you got to be extremely reasonable with it. But I mean, any competent pilot would not land in somewhere where it's considered dangerous by any means. Because the problem with float planes, if you didn't know this, the water is essentially like glass. You don't see the water. So picture a beautiful sunny day. You're coming in on your float plane, and then you're coming in towards the water, and then all of a sudden the water just disappears because the sun is shining on the water, which is shining onto the trees and everything around it, and then it gives a complete reflection. So it's invisible. And then you're like, I don't know if I'm looking at the water, I'm looking at the trees, or I'm looking at whatever it is. It could be a mountain for all you know. Taden is the winner of juniors last year. My plan is to go and just not get hurt, LOL. That's a good way to see it, man. It's a good way to see it. Go in, have some fun. You get one win in your tournament, there you go. Like I said, in today's, at least right now, the amateur division is building up heavily. A lot of strong kids, a lot of people who should not be an amateur are pulling amateur. So don't go in there. You know, let's just say, I don't know, you place top 5, top 10, whatever the case is. Don't go in and beat yourself up if you lose any matches, because it's not worth it, man. Go ahead. Hey, if you win, props, but go in, learn something from it, get a little bit of arm wrestling pain, and come back even more motivated, and something that's going to make you want to train more. Yeah, we got 7 people in the chat, 6 likes. Thank you guys for tuning in. The chat's popping off right now. This is awesome. I am going to have something soon. I say soon, but I have priorities. I can work on this. I think I have to open up StreamYard, or I have to use a different application for the live streams, because this whole YouTube thing isn't allowing me to do it. But I'm gonna have something up where it's gonna show people who have either super chatted or people who have subscribed. It's gonna pop up on screen so you can actually see it. Some people sandbag amateur tournaments. Dude, I agree with you. Yeah, I always improve after a loss. Dude, I'm with you. I think everyone, you can. All right, I'll give you guys my personal story here. If you guys like stories, I got one for you. Sorry, I'm sick, by the way, or I'm coming off being sick. So up until, what are we, 2024 provincials last year? Yeah. Let's do early. I stayed in amateurs for a long time. I stayed in amateurs for probably 4 years. Now, it's not 4 years of me competing 3 times a year, 4 times a year, traveling all over the world. I did amateurs in British Columbia. No, sorry. I did amateurs in Nova Scotia. I did amateurs in Ontario. I did amateurs in Alberta. I did amateurs in British Columbia. I did amateurs in Washington. I did amateurs in Oregon, Myrtle Creek, Oregon. The thing is every time I went into an amateur tournament, the competition was getting harder and harder and harder and harder. And then all of a sudden, and I was always placing. I always placed top 3. But most of the time, it was either 3rd or 2nd. And I told myself, coming into the amateurs, I just want to win 3 amateur tournaments, first place. I want to get first place in all 3. And I'm done. I'm completely done, because there were times I was going to an amateur tournament. And listen, I understand. I get it. People are like, you're playing amateur. And I'm like, yeah. They're like, man, you're not amateur. I'm like, yeah. But I'm like, you don't understand my situation. But every time I pulled in a tournament, there was more people. It was getting more difficult. And I was traveling to different places. So the way I saw it was like, hey, look, if I'm going to be pulling amateur in Nova Scotia, and then I pull amateur in British Columbia, and then I go pull amateur in Washington, and I go pull amateur in Oregon, I want to solidify myself as someone who's legitimately past amateur, because I don't want to get lucky in 2 places, say Nova Scotia, Ontario, and then I come to British Columbia, I pull pro, and I get murdered, and it's not motivating at all. So I really, really wanted to solidify myself for someone who was able to move forward into the pro division. Now, my left hand was lagging behind a lot, and I was getting smoked in amateur competitions for a long time on my left. You know, right was a different story. I was always lucky enough. I got away with a lot. I've had some crazy cool battles, a lot of matches. But up until last year, believe it or not, provincials of last year, I pulled amateur left. I placed first, I think. I placed second, or I think I placed first. And that was my cutoff. And prior to that, I went to Vegas, got smoked left hand. It wasn't even close. And and I also pulled No, I didn't pull. No, sorry, that'd be a lie. I pulled amateurs left hand in Las Vegas. I came second. I then told myself, after provincials, I'm done amateur on my left hand. Came to provincials, I placed first. Done. Now, do you need to go about that? Probably not. But soon as my amateurs were done, my wins dropped off heavily. So there's still a gap. But like I was talking with Joe earlier today, I feel like in arm wrestling, where you see the most improvements would probably be the probably that 4 to 7 year mark is where you see a big jump in competition. Hopefully you guys could follow along with that. Also, 7 people in the chat, 7 likes. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to be here just for an hour today, so we have another 25 minutes, and I'm peacing out. I have to keep it a little bit more short. I'm a little busy tonight. Since it will be my first, should I be practicing hits and stopping hits? I mean, you want to practice everything, to be honest. However, I don't know if I would necessarily be practicing hits and stopping hits. I think I would just be practicing your setup. Like, get on a table, always envision getting that squeeze, and then just practicing what you're good at. If you feel like you're better on the hook, just practice your hook. If you're good on top roll, practice your top roll. You're not going to go in there and try to stop hits. Like, I mean, for your first amateur tournament, and I've been there, my goal was like, I'm going to stop him, I'm going to roll his hand out, and then I'm going to just go top roll him. And at the time, I was able to do that, but it's a lot harder now. So if I were you, take whatever you're strong at, just work your ass off for it, get into the match, and go from there. But I don't necessarily know. I mean, if there's anyone in the chat who could disagree or agree with me, that's just my opinion. I don't necessarily know if stopping a hit or trying to hit is going to win you the match. Obviously, you want to be fast, you want to be strong, but I would say work on your hand, get a good hand, and just get a good dragging movement and go from there. Try not to get any fouls though off the elbows. Diego Gamer. Hello, McGill. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for tuning in, my man. I've never seen you in here. Where are you from? Diego Gamer. Am I even saying that properly? Hopefully you're somewhere else from neither Canada or the United States, so we can get some culture here in the chat. Going from amateur to pro, expect to lose a lot in the first year or two. Steve, couldn't agree with you more, dude. Like I was just saying, big step up. You're going to see guys are faster, guys are stronger, but that's just the way it is. And honestly, when I went into my first pro match and I didn't place a medal, I was like, this kind of sucks. But I'm like, fuck, I want to get stronger. And all I could think about was like, how the hell am I supposed to get to these guys' level? And the reality is you just got to be dialed in, man. You got to be dialed in. You got to train a lot. You got to if I could preach one thing for all of you guys, trust your body for recovery. If you're sore, your wrists are sore, don't go train arms. I'm telling you, if your arms feel like spaghetti, don't go train your arms. Just, be smart with the recovery. I think that's a big thing a lot of people do wrong. They overwork themselves and then eventually they get strained. And then they realize that their tendons in their wrists or their shoulders are just completely blown and they can never catch up. If you're able to get your hands on some supplements or something that's going to help with recovery, do it. Also, while I'm at it, if you guys are ever looking to purchase any supplements, if you guys need to do any online shopping, Harder Than Last Time supplements, I am sponsored by these guys. If you guys want to save 15%, yes, not 10, 15%, use code Keanu15. I'm going to put it down in the description below. Keanu15 at checkout. You save yourself some money, and I get a little bit of commission. So if you do happen to use my code, please direct message me so I can personally thank you. I'm going to actually put it down here in the chat. Harder Than Last Time supplements discount. I didn't do this directly for promotional, but I did it for directly. Fuck, I screwed it up. I did it for promotional. Discount code 15. Discount code. Let's do this again. Keanu15. Oh my god, dude, I'm bad at this tonight. Keanu15 to save 15%. So there we go. There you go. I just linked it in the bio. Also, 8 people in here, 8 likes. Well, we just lost one, but thank you guys for tuning in. Sylvester Talone. That's such a sick name still. Sylvester Talone. Steve, at one time in arm wrestling, there was no such thing as novice amateur, and Promit was just everyone versus everyone regardless of skill level. Honestly, my response to that, I think there should be amateurs. Novice, I don't necessarily agree with novice. I like how there's a junior division, but I don't think there should be novice. I think there should be amateurs. And I also think there should be amateur rankings. I really, really do. I think you should have your amateur rankings, maybe top 5 or top 10. And then you have your pro rankings, top 5, top 10. Well, those are top 10 anyway. And that way, there's a way for you to see who is up and coming and who, like when you guys watch UFC, you can see who's outside the top. You could see who's coming into the top 10 rankings all the time. It would be cool because for the guys who are amateur who want to get stronger, they're always wondering, how do I make the ranking system? How do I get in there? If you have at least an amateur ranking system, it's pretty fucking motivating if you see your name on a list. At least it is for me, to be honest. So, Neil's index finger. I pulled amateur 7 months and really did not really improve much until I went pro. There you go. Honestly, I've improved more in pro than I have in amateurs. Unless if you're naturally just so strong and you're demolishing amateur tournaments and you're just way ahead of everyone else and you've only done 2 matches, you probably should just go right to pro. Unless you just want to unless if you just want to collect memorabilia and trophies and stuff like that. I'm going to try to go 100% natty, no supplements, no change in diet, just working out, LOL. Let's see what my body can do without scientific intake. Hey, to each their own, man. Supplements are not for everyone. I'm just saying they help a lot long term. Now, it depends what supplements you're taking. If you're taking if you're injecting yourself with testosterone, you're not taking a protein shake. If you're eating steak, it's pretty safe. If you're taking your multivitamins, it's pretty safe. just keep in mind, a lot of supplements out there, it's a scam. They just want to take your money. They just want to make money off you. For myself, I'm taking a lot of stuff, and no, I'm not talking about steroids. I'm talking about supplements in general. But I'm taking a lot of stuff because luckily enough, it's given to me to a certain extent. And so why not take it all? And honestly, sometimes it's not worth it when your piss looks like Gatorade. But 100% natty, I'm all good with that, man. I think that's awesome. If there's only one thing I could say, is try to understand your protein intake. If you know, if you weigh 200 pounds, get 200 grams of protein. And if you weigh 150 pounds, 150 grams of protein. If you can stand that ballpark, I think you're safe. Neil's index finger. Have to feel the level to know what to shoot for in training and to know when you are improving. 100%. 100%. In amateur, you'll obviously get your strong guys, but pros, from an amateur standpoint, the pros, everyone's a killer. Everyone wants to win. Even if you're a top 10 pro, you're probably better than the one of the best amateurs. That's just the way it is. And the pros know what to train. The amateurs, it's that's where the experience thing comes in, man. Like, you realize with time, simplicity is kind of the way to go. But then you kind of are always trying to overcomplicate it by finding the new way, and everyone's teaching you the same thing, but it's slightly different. And I think that's when you get into the pro level. Just compete, man. If there's one thing I could give advice, seriously, compete as much as you possibly can reasonably, because people who only practice and don't do tournaments, you're not setting yourself up for success. Now, listen, you don't have to be someone who has to be competing at 10 tournaments a year, to be traveling the world to do this, to try to make a name for yourself. But if you are truly trying to just at least level up, tournaments are good. I think they're a little bit more valuable than super matches. I know Odd and Larrett apparently has a completely different take on this. I think we see very opposites in this regard. Tournament, at least if you get kicked out, you have an after pull. But in a tournament, everyone's ready to kill. Everyone's ready to rumble. And for the most part, you're facing off against several people. A super match, I can literally call out one of you guys in a super match, call it a super match, and then arm wrestle tomorrow, even if it felt like a practice, and just say it's a super match. So in my opinion, tournaments are more viable than super matches. So if we can get your hands on a tournament of some sort, I think that's literally the best way to go. Also, thank you guys. We have 8 people in here. At least we did. We have 8 likes. So thank you for tuning in and liking the video on your way out. I think after 2 years, amateurs should go pro. Can't have these 6 to 7 amateur pros wing fit. Yeah, no, fuck those guys. Oh, hey, that was me. That was me. But to be honest, and this isn't you know what? Fuck it. It's an excuse. Dude, I traveled everywhere amateur. So for me, it was like, I have to make sure I didn't get lucky winning these tournaments. When I placed third, second, and first place at 10 different amateur tournaments, which sounds crazy. Give me a sec here for those who are just tuning in. Of course, it's nice to win the medals. It's super cool. But from the moment I was winning, I won my second amateur tournament. I won like a 220-pound class, and I was 176 pounds. That doesn't really happen anymore unless you're pulling against 3 or 4 people who have no idea what they're doing. But for the most part, the amateurs are getting pretty fucking stacked, man. So yeah, don't do what I do, especially now. Well, do what I do. I swear by fish oil. Fish oil is good. Fish oil is extremely good. Helps with protein synthesis, good for cognitive ability, memory, brain function, your skin, your nails, muscle recovery, your joints. Just when you're taking fish oils, and I'm one to blame with this as well, make sure you're taking the appropriate ones, because some of them doesn't have enough DHA. I think it's DHA, yes, DHA. Let's just go with DHA in it. And you want to be taking enough DHA, not the ones that are very little amounts, because you're wasting your money. Neil's index finger, agree. 0.8 is my optimal protein intake. Good way to see it. I think anywhere between 0.7 to 1.1, you're safe. Got it. Eat more meat. Yeah, eat some meat, dude. And don't underestimate eggs. If you can get your hands on some eggs, eggs are a very good way to go. Very good way to go. Healthy cholesterol. Don't let those fucking doctors tell you that if you eat more than 5 eggs, it's you're chunking up your cholesterol level. Fuck those people. I'm telling you, Eggs is a secret, man. It's a secret sauce. If you want to get super strong and you want to be healthy, eggs serve a lot of benefits. I pulled my left bicep chopping firewood yesterday and tried some lifts today, and it was shot. Any advice for speeding up recovery? If you can get your hand on some ice, if you can get your hand on some heavy steroids, I'm joking. Fucking mute that shit. All seriousness, I mean that's gonna be when that's gonna suck. Take hot baths if you're able to. At least if you're gonna get in the shower, take a hot shower. Try to do some good stretches. If you have anything like this, I'm not sure if you do. Let's turn this guy on. There we go. Get this vibrator going. Shoot it into the area that's painful. Only if you're able to. One of those guys, ice it. If you're able to hit a sauna, hot tub, but honestly, if you're just at home, I would say bath salts or at least a bath at minimal, some stretching. And if you're able to, a lot of this stuff, get your arms moving a lot of rubbing. And it just depends on what you have access to and what you got. Sugar is my worst problem. Dude, sugar is a killer, man. Sugar is something that I've really, really wanted to cut down on this year. So if you can get rid of sugar in your diet, you're chilling. 5 to 6 a day for me. Oh, eggs. Yeah, dude. If you can get your hands on 5 to 6 eggs a day, you're golden. I think in that 5 to 6, honestly, 4 to 6 range, I think you're chilling. And if you're able to support your local farmers and get some local eggs, some local eggs, do it up. Super healthy. You can't go wrong. Very good. Jesus, dude, excuse me. Very good source of protein and healthy cholesterol levels. And eggs are superfood. Listen, I'm going to watch me. I'm going to put in the top 10 superfoods, and I guarantee you it's in the top 10. Top 10 superfoods. I'm just guessing. I'm going to pick on Harvard Health, whatever the first one is. I'm going to name them off. That's it. They don't do the pictures. I have to read. I can't do that. I got to do pictures, dude. All right. 15 of the most powerful superfoods. Number 1. Okay, I'm just gonna name them. They're all in order, but avocados, pomegranate, berries, broccoli, seafood, garlic and onions, mushrooms, nuts and seeds, dark leafy greens, ancient grains, citrus fruit, probiotics, dark chocolate, sweet potatoes, beans and legumes. Okay, let's find one that has eggs in it. I can't leave here knowing I just fermented foods, blueberries, seeds, avocados, nuts, green tea, pulses, mushrooms, ancient grains, salmon. Okay, fuck it. I'm just going to put in on here, are eggs good for you? Listen, I'm trying to prove a point right now. Check this out. Okay, first thing. A large egg contains about 6 grams of protein. Eggs are also a good source of other nutrients, including vitamin D, which aids in bone health and the immune system, and choline, which helps in metabolism of the liver function, as well as the fetal brain development. Also, good levels of cholesterol. Oh, I'm glad I got that out of the way. I just kind of screwed myself on that one. I just got one like that. Yeah, dude, these things are fucking sick. I got one for Christmas, and dude, I would like to say I use it every day. I don't use it every day, but super good. Eggs and broccoli, dude, is the way to go. Do you have a contact? Our pods are are Tuesday evenings at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and any night we can, usually same time. Do you have a contact? Yeah. Just search me up on Instagram, put in my name, Keanu McGill, and shoot me a DM through there, and we'll find a time, book it up. We'll do it up for sure. Did you hear about the fire dump plane that smoked a drone while it was trying to fight the LA fire? You ever see any of the drones while you were flying? Dude, good question. So, no, I did not hear about the LA thing with the drone. I know there's obviously fires going on in Los Angeles, and pray hopefully that place comes back alive one day. Don't ever move to Los Angeles. But do I ever see drones when I'm flying? To be honest, I only have 90 hours of flight time. That might seem a lot to you guys, but from a pilot standpoint, 90 hours is not really that much. And most of it was during training in designated training areas where I'd have to do like my emergency procedures and all my navigation and stuff. So no, I haven't seen drones while I'm flying. However, when I will start flying this upcoming Sunday, which I'm heading to Seychelles for anyone who's new in the chat, and it will be up on YouTube and be filming the whole thing. I don't know if it's likely I see drones, but definitely will be drones at some point. And speaking of drones, I do plan on getting a drone this year, a very good quality, high-end drone. The DJI Mavic series. I think I'm going to go with the cinematic series. It's retardedly expensive. I can't afford it right now, but one day this year I will get it. And you guys will be able to see some aerial footage of the planes taking off and landing for that kind of stuff. So no, I haven't seen no drones as of now, but I also really haven't flown much since I got my pilot's license due to vacation, weather. And the places I was flying at are just training areas. So you see drones there, really not good. Sounds good, bro. Good show. Have a good night, everyone. Peace, dude. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Sylvester's Talone. If you see any of those UFO lights, try to get some hood video. Yeah, we'll see. 9 minutes left, guys, and I'm peacing out for the night. I do want to stay longer, but tonight I got to cut it short. I do have to cut it short. Also, if you guys have any preferred timings for live streams in general, right now I have 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every Sunday evening. If you guys think you'll be more available a little bit more further on in the evening, if it's 7 p.m., 8 p.m., let me know, and I'll change the time. I want to get on when most people are lively, and we can all just actually hang out. And also, if you know anyone who likes to be on live stream and possibly likes this kind of vibe, share the video, send it their way. Let's all just get on here and have a good time. It doesn't always necessarily have to be about arm wrestling, but this is the way I see it. With me posting videos constantly, there are people who are always interested of some sort into something I'm posting. So for me to do live streams, it's a way for me to directly interact with people who view my stuff and who are actually interested. So that's kind of the reason why I've been doing this whole live streaming thing. I think it's super cool. And if I want to grow the channel, it's definitely something I have to do. Do you guys also, I mean, there's only 6 of you in here right now, but do you guys also wait or schedule time in for this stream? Or is it just like, oh shit, it's Sunday, Keanu's going live in fucking 20 minutes? Or is it just like, hey, Keanu's going live tomorrow night, or I know he's going live tonight, I gotta try to make 30 minutes, 20 minutes, pop in, say hi. I'd be curious from your guys' perspective. I try to drop by whenever I see you live. Always fun to talk. Dude, 100%. We'd be chilling in here. I saw the notification and came online. Okay, cool. So if you guys are getting notifications, that's a good thing. I've done some videos in the past where they get blocked or banned, either for copyright issues or I played fucking stupid music inside the video and it got banned. So I don't actually know if you guys are getting notified on some of these videos. But for me, it's an interesting analytic to know if you're getting notifications, if it's something you look forward to, is it something you're aware of? And if you're not aware of, every Sunday, 6 p.m., at least for this year, I'm going to do my best to come on here. So everyone who's in the chat right now, you guys are OGs. You guys are OGs. There's only 5 people in. I'm telling you, there will be a time where there's going to be a lot more people in, and I will recognize these names here because you guys are the OGs. You guys are literally the fucking OGs of the chat. Also, do you guys like seeing the dog in the video? Well, the dog's only been in the video once, but do you guys enjoy seeing the dog throughout the video? Obviously, moving forward, regardless if you like it or not, I'm going to put her in here. But yeah, I mean, who doesn't? She's so adorable. I try to catch anything that's on most evenings, The Fix, Arm Historian, etc. Okay, nice, dude. Nice. Remember the little folk when you were on the mountaintop? What? Remember the little folk when you are on the mountaintop? Yes. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah, for sure, dude. Dog is always good to see. For sure. Should I bring her in here before I close off the stream? Or should I just leave her be? I'm going to have to get like a backpack or something where she can just sit here. Because eventually it'd be nice if I can have 2 chairs and I have the dog when she's much older. and she's much more wiser because right now she's just an idiot dog who just is peeing and shitting everywhere. But it would be nice if at some point I'm going to live stream with her and she's just going to look like a fox, just chilling here, doing absolutely nothing. Will you stream your next match? If you want me to stream it, I can stream it, but I'll probably stream it through either Instagram or YouTube. I possibly could. If you want to see it, I could do that. My next match, though, is looking to be a left-handed match. So take it for what you want. Yeah. I'm also taking off in 4 minutes, guys. Always good to see Cats not so much, dude. Hundo P. Hundo P. Also, I don't know about you guys, but this camera quality, like, I don't even know if I need to buy a new camera just for this stream alone. Like, this is kind of sick. The only thing I really have to do now is this whole stuff I have going on behind here that's going to be completely removed. And I'm going to get some really cool lighting, cool backdrop. So we're actually in the fucking zone we're live streaming. It's going to be sick. How differently do you pull lefty versus righty? Well, if Joe Nello's still in the chat, he could tell you. Very differently. Well, yes, very different. Very different. Right hand, I wouldn't say I can do anything, but I was going to keep my mouth shut. I mean, Joe would be the one to comment, but right hand, I can pretty much do anything. I'm not saying at a good level, but I can do pretty much anything. Like if I wanted to be Hermes Gasparini or Lalatin or Devin, I could. I wouldn't want to. I mean, I'd be embarrassing them. So I could do anything with my right hand. By my left hand, I would definitely lose to Lalatin or Gasparini for sure. There you go. Joe has it. Keanu is significantly more dominant with his right. He is more connected on right and pulls in a different lane. Yeah, so one way, I don't know if you guys do this, but one way I like to compare myself when leading up to a match is if I pull someone on the left hand first, depending on how close that matchup is, I know how the right's going to go. Because most people, I mean, maybe not you guys. I mean, there's 3 of you in here now. But most people, one is usually more dominant than the other, but they're kind of close in a way. And mine have been so far apart. Like it's been fucking like pitch fucking black night where you couldn't see 1 foot in front of you with a fucking dog looking at you in the face versus like you're in the sun and it's like dude, they're completely fucking polar opposites of each other. But now it's lowering. It's getting a lot narrower. Obviously, we're getting stronger, but there's still a fairly big difference. More lanes on my right, dude. 100%. I feel like most people are dominant on the right anyway. Yeah. Do you guys consider when you go to a tournament and you see someone who's dominant, are you more impressed by someone who's extremely good on the left or right, or for you it completely doesn't matter? Do you take more pride in right hand's more dominant, so it's just better overall? Or if you're like, he won left hand, I don't really give a shit. All right, I got 1 minute left here, guys, and I'm peacing out. Probably because my left and right are closer. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. I end up doing better left. Yeah, for sure, dude. For sure. I'm going to check on the dog real quick. I hear her whining, and then I'm peacing off here. So give me literally 10 seconds. Come say bye. We're going to be taking off here with me. Come say bye. Come. Yeah. I know. You going to say bye to everyone? You want to say bye? No. So cute. Do people know you look like a fox? Do people know you look like a fox? Anyways, have a good night, guys. Thanks for tuning into the chat. Seriously, thank you. If you guys haven't liked the video on your way out, please do share the stream with your friends if you feel like this is their vibe, and we always be chilling. But yes, have a good night, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this type of content, you know what to do. Like the video, consider subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Till then, peace.